All right, let's move to the third bloke on the list, Mitch Moses. He's at 25%, 543K. Not in my team as it stands. I understand the appeal of Mitch Moses. I still, even since these new scoring stats have come in, mate, I don't know what sort of numbers you have on him. I understand he grabs the goal kicking, but I would assume that Mitch Moses' stats have probably gone down slightly. As I said, I watched him very close last year, had him in draft. He was playing great footy, but it just wasn't turning into Supercoach points. I'm a little bit concerned about Mitch Moses. I don't think I'm going to start with him. 25% people have him at the moment. What are you thinking, mate?
I'm going cold on him after initially having him in my team. It's more probably based around their draw to start the season.
Yep.
It's just really difficult. And I don't want to lean too much into draws, but they start with Melbourne away. That's again, I know without getting into it, we think the Eels are a sneaky chance in this one. Nonetheless, it's still the worst round one matchup you can get. Broncos at Suncorp.
Yep.
Then Dragons at home, which is fine. Panthers, which away, but it's at CommBank. Those first 4 rounds, that's very tough, at least 3 of the 4 of them. It just worries me a little bit. In terms of numbers, averaged 56 last season. The years prior, you averaged 64, 68 and 70. I think people, and myself included, are looking at an improved Eels outfit and the fact that you'll get the goal kicking back and go, how does this very good footballer in the prime of his career not improve?
Yep.
I honestly think there's a world where, they after that Panthers game, they go Tigers at home round 5, Titans round 6 at home.
Yep.
Then the Doggies at home, which is obviously tougher, into Manly, into the Warriors, into the Cowboys. The draw gets way better. I think there's a world where he doesn't actually change that much price, but as things start to break up, attack gets a bit more cohesive. I could be buying him round 5.
I think that's exactly what happens. I think we get to the start of round 5 and he's within 20K of where he starts. I don't reckon he's going to move much.
You're just looking at it, that round 5 Tigers, our cheapy half will have had 2 price rises. So depending on how they start and how scores fall, etc., it could be a little like Atkinson to Moses round 5, even maybe round 6 for the Titans game.
Yeah, I just think with these changing stats and everything, I think it is going to hurt him. I think you will see Iongi pick up a lot and their centres pick up a lot. And I just, I don't know. I just think that the goal kicking is going to square it up. And, mate, if there's any time of the year you're going to pick up less goal kicking points, it's probably going to be at the start when you're forced to play good footy sides. So I was never heaps high on him, but I've definitely cooled on him even more. Anything else on Mitchy Moses?
No.
Nathan Cleary is in my team at the moment. He's owned by 24.4%. You're paying about 300K more than Mitch Moses. I just think the Panthers are in a fantastic spot heading into this season. I think that for the first time ever, Nathan's returning with a bit of a bee in his bonnet. I think he's going to play some great footy this year. The way that I'm looking at it, Timbo, is 826K. It's not cheap. I might lose a bit of money on him potentially, but you don't lose money on guys you don't sell. I'm sort of happy to stick with Nath for the season, I think.
True, but you also don't make money on guys that you don't sell.
No, you don't, but I think that people going with Mitch Moses aren't going to make as much money as they think. They're going to get a lot less points than Nathan Cleary as well. If Nathan the first 6 weeks can jag 1 or 2 of those captain scores that I'm there for, I'm all in. So I'm pretty confident I'm starting with Nathan Cleary.
I'm going to throw another one at you. Except for maybe Parramatta in round 4, who we know notoriously get up for the Penrith fixture.
Yep.
It's also at CommBank. I don't think you're captaining Nathan Cleary before round 7, which is still the Dolphins in Darwin. And the reason I'm scared off him is, again, Penrith have the hardest draw in the competition. And I'm not saying that I won't, have my arm twisted in him before round 1 because it's Nathan Cleary and you just go, you know what, if I'm having problems with this position, just get the best of the best.
Yep.
So it could happen, especially with a good cheapie crop, might make it a little easier to do. But again, Broncos away, Sharks in Bathurst, Roosters away, Eels at home at CommBank, Storm at home, Doggies away. It's as hard as it gets. I'm thinking round 7 when it goes Dolphins into Knights, into Manly, and it gets easier. I'm hoping to get him at a discount, and whoever I've started with, I'm hoping can make 100, 150K.
Yep.
And then my salary cap says, thank you.
Yep, very fair. I'm going to start with the best player in the game, in my opinion.
You won't captain him before round 7, though.
I bet you some really good money I do. without a doubt, bet you money I do. If people out there aren't willing to do it early, I'm the one that'll take a gamble on it. I think we've learned that over the years.
The other thing with Cleary, and I mean, don't let this deter no one starting him, but
no, please.
Yeah, like hard to overlook. He's had a lot of soft tissue injuries in recent
100%.
years.
Yep.
I was going to ask the question of
Yeah.
injury. Like, he's definitely a set and forget type player. I know he has been for years, but I think there is obviously a bit of an alarm bell in terms of potential injury.
And I think to your point, Kat, like we talk about all these set and forgets, because I think we're all expecting Penrith to be sort of top 4 come Origin time, and Cleary probably playing Origin and getting rests on backups and that sort of stuff, especially with the history of soft tissue injuries. I feel like he's actually not set and forget. In theory, he is, but I think realistically, he probably is a sell around the Origin period because he'll miss games and backups and that. But not saying he won't be, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I think with this best 13 nowadays, I'm not as concerned about that.
Yeah,
to be honest with you, I think it matters less than what it used to anyway. I just think that Nath, he might be a little bit overvalued. That's fine, but I will take the points off him. I feel a lot more confident going him than going like a Mitch Moses or one of them. But 100%, I see where Timmy's come from, and I hope more of you listen to him. And brace yourself. If I captain him for a good score in the first 6 weeks, you might want me to forget the fucking mute button on the podcast
I already
again.
Time-stamped that one just
because I'll be carrying on. Know that. Number 5, Nicho Hynes, 749K. It's a big drop here from Nathan Cleary to Nicho Hynes. He's owned by 9.9%, so just under 10%. What are your thoughts on Nico, mate?
Don't mind him. Said just significantly cheaper than Cleary. There's also part of me that just says, look, how much cheaper did we say he was? He's 749, Cleary 826. So
what are the 80K or something?
7-ish. Part of me says if I'm going to get Hynes, just pay the extra money for Cleary.
Yeah, I agree.
That being said, the price difference not to be ignored, and draw much better. Titans round 1 in Cronulla, thank you. 5:30 p.m. Saturday afternoon. Penrith in Bathurst, brutal. Dolphins in Cronulla, that's fine. Raiders in Canberra, that's tough. Warriors in Cronulla. So it's a mixed sort of start to the season. Did you get his name for the trial this weekend?
I'm not sure off the dome. I can't remember. I thought in the All-Stars game, I know he didn't get the attacking stats, but I thought Nico looked really good in that game. I think that that edge that he floated down the right side, they were a little bit in all sorts, realistically.
He's named in the trial, yeah.
His name, sweet, yeah. I'd be okay with you going Nico, but I do agree with what you just said, and that's my logic. If I'm going to spend that much money, I'm just getting Cleary, is my thought process.
Yeah. So the thing is this week, they've got like the Raiders have named their Reggie's outfit for their trial. So it's like, if they come out and look awesome, it's like, well, they should. It's against the baby Raiders. If it was against a better Raiders outfit and he looked real good and was cutting to bits, I'd be tempted. I don't know. I think I'm happy to wait.
Can I ask you a question? If they play this weekend against this, young Raiders side and the Sharkies kill them and Trindle gets all the stats again, does that cool you on him again, or does that not really faze you?
I think we've seen in recent years, mate, and we spoke about it on the Bloke Pod on Monday.
Yep.
There are weeks where Trindle just has the hot hand, and other weeks Nico does, and the reality is with Nico in recent years, I don't think he's been at his best. I think he's been decent, but he's still averaged 77 and 75 on years where he's been okay. The years before that, 95 and 86. So, yeah, I'm not knocking anyone starting Nico. I don't think so for me.
I think we're about to fall off a ledge, mate. Not fall off a ledge, but I think we're about to go in talking about a heap of guys that I think will lose points to fullbacks or that I think will lose more points to fullbacks and centres this season than previously. I don't feel as worried about that with Nico.
No. It's not like, and you look at Will Kennedy's lack of like try assists and line assists and that sort of stuff. Nico does a lot of playing short to his back row in Nicola or the face ball to the centre, which he gets a lot of try assists off. The Sharkies don't tend to have a lot of Nico out the back to Kennedy who hits the winger. Like, it'll happen, but nowhere near as much as other. Like, Cleary, for example, especially on that right edge, will play out the back to Edwards a lot, who hits the winger or hits the centre or whatever it might be.
Yeah. Like, if we get to round 1 and we actually see more of Nico out the back of Trindle than Kennedy out the back of Nico, I'll be like, yeah, no, that kind of makes sense.
So I think it's again, mate, one of your really good points, but
yes. Fucking back.
I'm with you. I don't think it'll impact him as much.
Yeah, shocked me. You're with me. Next one, Isaiah Katoa, 639K. One that I'm cooling on massively from a Supercoach point of view. I think with the way they play and with Hamiso, whether it's Trey Fuller, Hamiso, Herbie, centers, I think the stats that I saw on your page the other day have sort of reflected that. Isaiah's a no-go for me. I'm actually a little bit surprised he's at 8.7%, but you might have more information than me. What do you got?
Yeah, so, I mean, just on those numbers, and we got access at scplaybook.com.au to the new stats server.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, what are they called? Real Stats or something?
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Keys to the bank kind of
Stats
stuff.
Perform, they're called.
Yeah.
And that's basically where the NRL.com and the NRL get their stats from. And on that, in the article, free to read, it has their starting price this year based on their average from Fox stats last year. And then it also has what their price should be to start this year based on what the average would have been last year under the new stat server.
Yep.
You get that, mate?
Yeah.
I see you thinking very hard.
Yep. Talk to me.
Isaiah Katoa is 6th on the list of players who is overpriced by $53,000. He averaged 65.4 last year. Actually should have been on the new stats 59.9. Mitchy Moses is actually bottom of this, a $66,000 swing. 55-point average down to 48. So
55 to 48.
Yeah, if that's for Mitch Moses.
So that's your goal kicking gap essentially, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. You maybe had a couple more for goals, depending how Parry go, but again, tough draw. So.
Start of the season. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so I'm feeling where I'm feeling in Isaiah, the stats sort of reflect that. I just think there's better options out there, personally.
With his career trajectory, Isaiah Katoa, does he become a Supercoach stud in coming years or not?
Based on these stats, I don't think so. If anything, I think the guys that play really direct and create space for others, I think they're going to get punished, is my concern.
Your fullback and your centre in said teams, aka Herbie, as we saw last year, will just continue to erupt. They'll be the big winners.
I think Isaiah is probably going to be very similar to like Cooper Cronk throughout his career. I think he's going to be a supreme player week to week in the NRL, but I don't think Supercoach's stocks are going to be all that high.
He'll be thereabouts, whether or not he hits like your Cleary, Nico, halfback levels. Possibly not.
Yeah, I can't see him being at those sort of.
Well, I mean, the other thing you add in there is just goal kicking.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Isaiah's a hard pass from me.